Welcome back to the Broke Diasporian. It's a beautiful day here at Project Denchira. I have my architect on the site. I always make sure I have him available on important stages. I mentioned he's very expensive, or at least to the Broke Diasporian, he's expensive. Every trip of his costs about 750 Ghana cedis. So, but it is important for me to have him available on important stages. So this is episode 8, and this is where you will see all the walls take form. So we are done with the casting and took our time to save up on getting all the materials ready, and now it is time for us to start the block laying. So we have about 3,000 blocks saved up for this stage and about 100 bags of cement, right? That does not mean that it's everything that we need for the project, but if you follow my previous episodes, you know that I go by stages and whatever I can financially afford. So I do not let any neighbor construction put pressure on me, because I only know my pocket and not their pocket. So thank you again for joining me here at Project Denchira. The whole goal for these videos is that I hope someone learns something, at least even if it's from my mistakes, or anybody that is just a normal Ghanaian living paycheck to paycheck that was on the sidelines thinking that it's impossible to start building. I wanted to at least share my journey to encourage people that it is possible. So, beautiful day here. I have my crew, which is about 3 masons and 3 laborers. It's to make sure that every mason has their own laborer for help. And then there is one person that is in charge of helping everybody else, right? Anything that needs to be picked up, mixed up, or anything like that. So that's the crew that I'm working with. It is a very light crew, but this works for me since I am not in a rush and I don't have the money to be in a rush anyway. So I take my time. And these are people, a crew that have been working on different projects for me that I can trust. So here we are, block taking shape. And then if you pay attention, you will see that we have DPM or DPC laid down on the concrete casting before we start to lay the blocks, right? I don't joke around with my DPM or DPC. So this is what we have going on at Project Denchira. And I love seeing these, like, the hard part, the block laying stage is an easy one, or at least it goes faster. Most of the work was on the foundation, but once you get to the stage of the block laying, that's where you truly start to see your dream take place or take shape, right? So this is what we have. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the project, at least, right? I've been keeping that a secret, so but very soon you guys will be able to see it since the walls are coming up. This here, so on this side, the left side structure, Project Denchira has left side and the right side, like you can see here, right? So we started on the right side, which on the right side it is what is it called? In Ghana, we call it a chamber and hall self-contained. So a bedroom, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom, right? All inclusive. Very modest sizes, because this is for commercial purposes. So we have about 5 of them on the right side. And then on the left side would be just single room self-contained. So soon I will start to display also what the plan or the architecture design, so you guys can have a better idea of what I'm talking about. But Once the walls are also going up, you will understand exactly what I mean or what I'm talking about here. So see my mason there, well, at least one of my mason, and he's more of the mason in charge of the other masons too, so he is a little bit more responsible on the site. So some walls are higher, and then some walls is what we're starting with the first block laying, right? So important thing at this stage is making sure that your masons are taking it serious when it comes to the leveling, making sure that the walls are also straight, right? So that's why even when you trust your workers, being on the site is very critical or very important. So, and also, like I said, I make sure that my architect is available or present on the important stages to make sure that any correction or changes that are needed, we get to do it before anything dries up or before it's late for us to be able to do that. So man, I just love this. With all the money that is spent, this is the stage where you start to become happier just seeing the walls go up, right? So if you're on this video, it's either high chances that you're already building or thinking about building, right? So thank you for joining my journey. Please just give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, reach out. I'm always available to give you any recommendations, answer anything that I am able to. If you also see a mistake that I'm doing, the broke diasporian, I'm always ready to learn, right? Like I said, I hope that you're learning either from the good things that I'm doing or even from my mistakes. So man, this is it's going so fast, and it's sad or it's scary seeing how many bags of cement we're going through, right? Just to see the inventory drop. And I know how expensive this is, right? So I remember when I started buying blocks, I started buying them when it was at 4 Ghana cedis per block. And then we slowly kept buying them until 7 cedis, right? And not talking about the cement or the iron rod. So if you're building in Ghana, you know what I'm talking about, and it hurts. And I wish I was part of the people who had the whole capital to just get it done, but unfortunately I can only go by stages or by phases, right? So which is unfortunate because prices keeps going up, but I would rather start and keep going as much as I can rather than trying to save up to have everything available before I decide to start my project. So I know it's preaching to the choir, you guys keep hearing it every time, just get started, but I always add something to it. Start but with a plan. Start but with a plan. So man, and then the plan is once we are done with the right side, then we can start on the left structure there. So if you guys can see the progress there, all my necessary or initial plumbing is done. See them there. We had to make a little adjustment or correction to some of the plumbing as we're going. Different ideas keep coming up, and we discussed that with the architect to make the necessary corrections or changes to the plan. All right, so you can see my DPM also sticking on the left side there. So this project, or all my projects are always full with DPM, DPCs. I don't joke with that. So there you go, taking the levels. Every layer of blocks that we need to do, they always make sure to take the level to make sure it's all leveled up, right? We don't want any walls that are not straight. So that's why the guys know that I let them take their time to give me quality work. So this is what we have. This is the progress on episode 8 here at Project Denchira. and we're going to keep working or keep going on with the block laying, and this goes so fast. So very soon we would be at our next phase or next stage already. So just remember to keep coming back and checking for new videos, checking for my journey or my progress, everything or all the activities that I do here in Ghana, and how I'm able to earn my daily 1 Ghana cedis here in Ghana. Man, is it, am I biased here, or is this a beautiful block work? Maybe I'm biased, right? But you guys tell me down in the comment. Wow. So I'm very grateful to be able to have at least this team. I know a lot of people that are in construction. It's hard to maintain the same team. Just hard. We all know that in Ghana. So I'm grateful when I have these guys that I can maintain for the same project, to avoid always explaining what we're trying to achieve here, right? So, but even though I trust them, I always advise, right, be present, be involved, know the plan. Don't let them do whatever they feel like doing. Know the plan, make sure they follow the plan. You know what they like to say? Oh, but we always do it that way. I'm like, but yeah, that's not what we're doing here. So I make sure you're paid well, you're happy, so we can you can give me quality work. So thank you to every new subscriber and everybody that's been following me so far. And I can't wait to show you guys more progress here at Project Denchira.